Okie dokie, guys. I got one more for you. As always, this is Matthew Shahan, and this is Bible Study with Shahan. All right. Now, I did my Proverbs and I did my Psalms for the day. Well, after I got done with that, I flipped and I went and hit a bulletin board. Well, then I flipped again, and it finally came to one without a bulletin board. But again, it's got a bookmark. Well, I haven't went through this one, and it's in the book of Daniel. All right. Well, I looked down in the chapter heading. It's chapter 12 that I'm going to read. It's chapter 12, verse 1 through 3. The chapter heading says, "The time of the end." So it stopped me in my tracks, and I had to read it. I had to. All right. Well, said I thought it was so good that I'm going to read it to y'all as well. All right. And as always, if you're a believer in Christ and Jesus and God, and don't be ashamed to put some comments down there and tell me how long you've been a child of God down there. That'll show you that you're not ashamed, and it'll show everybody else that you're not ashamed either. Let me know if you remember the exact date that you became a child of God. All right. And with that being said, we're going to get into the message. Y'all ready? Like I said, it's chapter 12 of Daniel, and the heading of it is "The Time of the End." At that time, Michael, the archangel who stands guard over the nation, will arise. Then there will be a time of anguish greater than any since nations first came into existence. But at that time, every one of your people whose name is written in the book of life will be rescued. Many of those whose bodies lie dead and buried will rise up again, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting disgrace. All right. Whew. That's rough, but it's true. All right. Those who are wise will shine as bright as the sky, and those who lead many to righteousness will shine like the stars forever. Guys, that one hit deep for me. All right. Especially at night, there's always one star up there in the sky, and if you notice, it's the one that goes with all kinds of colors. Most stars just blink white, maybe have some blue in it. There's a couple that's got blue, a couple that's got white and orange colors. If you look at them, they'll flicker and pulsate, and you'll see the colors. Well, there's one star up there, okay, that's got the whole rainbow. It's got white, it's got blue, it's got green, it's got red, it's got orange. And not too many people ever pay attention to that star. And the older I get and the more people I've hung out with and talked to, especially at night when we can look up and see them, I'll be like, "Hey man, you ever pay attention to that star right there?" They're like, "No, what about it? It's just a star." Well, okay, well, keep on looking at it. Like, breathe, look at it. And they'll look at it, be like, "Man, it's blinking. What kind of color? That's not a star, that's a plane." No, it's not. Keep on looking at it. Like, and then I'll tell them, "Well, what colors do you see?" I always ask the same question. They're like, there's white, and then some will be like green, some will say, "I see red," some will say blue, and then they normally only see the white and one of the colors. Well, then after they see that one, then I'll explain, like, "Hey man, there's actually blue, green, red, orange, pink. It's got the whole rainbow up there." They're like, "Nuh-uh," and then they'll sit there. I'll be like, "Calm down, breathe, and look." They'll calm down, breathe, and look. They're like, "Man, I see the red now. I see the blue now. I see the green now." Getting all excited. I'm like, "Yeah, man, like, I don't know what name that star is, but I believe one day this soul is going to come out of this vessel. And that's where I'm going, and is in that star, okay? If we're star beings that came from the stars, or if we get to shine like the stars. That's where I'll be, guys. Look for the one that looks like a party. That one star that looks like a disco ball at a party with all the rainbows. All the colors. And that's because I'm trying to save as many people down here as I can. And that goes for each color of race, each color of politics. I don't care who you are, what color you are, how old you are, what sex you are. There is salvation, and there is a way to go to heaven, and there is a way to ascend to the next step. However you want to look at it and say it, okay? But it's true. And that's awesome, because I'd never read that before, and that's awesome. All right, I love y'all. I thank y'all, like always, listening to me blabber for a little bit, getting off the message, and just being real. That's all it's about, being real and honest, and that's all I'm about. I love y'all. Thank y'all. Mwah. Have a good day.